Can you believe that's 4 years of growth? That's crazy.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful sunny day?
Wednesday.
It is gorgeous, I'll tell you what.
It is.
We're back here where we were yesterday. We're gonna get this side knocked out. We brought a few more tools to get things done a little bit quicker rather than trying to use the shears cutting through too thick of stuff. So we're gonna just hop to it and bring you guys along for the action.
Let's do it.
So I'll give you guys a few tips for trimming along fences. So if you pay attention here, I'm going to do it the wrong way first of all. This side over here had a ton of trash and bottles and cans, so TQ ended up having to stop quite a bit here, and it was very time consuming. You actually see me up here in the right hand corner. I pretty much trimmed out the rest of the backstop and the dugout areas here in the amount of time that she pretty much got a few passes done. So very time consuming, but we got it taken care of. She just made some piles up down here by the road, and you actually see some of the neighbors stepped up here in a little bit in the video. It was really nice to see. So she got going here for a little bit longer and then had to stop again and stop again and stop again and stop again and stop again. Alright guys, so making some big time progress. TQ's been knocking out mowing this. I don't know if you guys caught it on camera, but a hawk swooped down and grabbed a ground ball off the ground right in the middle of that ball field. It was pretty crazy to see. Alright guys, so TQ's about halfway. Ton of trash just kind of hidden down in the grass. It's real tall, so we got to stay on top of it. If you guys remember, we put all the trash in there yesterday. Well, they've been here working on the benches and painting. So we're just gonna make a pile here. So to some of you newer guys and gals to the industry, you want to blow your mowers off anytime you're cutting dead stuff like this, just because it can get up into that exhaust or up into the engine hot areas and spark really quick and make a fire. So anytime you're doing leaves, dry grass, hay, anything like that, keep the mower cleaned off. Look at just the difference between this side and this side here. Real quick, I wanted to share with you as well, I had to change out the GoPro battery here, and TQ's gonna grab the tripod. I walked it all the way down to the other end for no reason at all, but I had some Instagram messages and I was flicking through them and one caught my eye, and I remembered the name because he told me last year he wanted to start his lawn care business and he didn't end up doing it. He couldn't get away from his full-time job. Well, long story short, he said, hey Sean, I did it. He said, I told him I was going down to part-time. He said, they actually said, you know, awesome. You know, they gave him, I guess, encouragement, told him to pursue his dreams, and he's starting his lawn care business. So big thumbs up to him. His name's Richard, and couldn't be more proud of you guys. And I want to say I'm proud of all of you. I know a lot of you last year, you know, the last couple years have had worries and, you know, things happening with the old cove and everything just up in the air, you know, equipment and everything just haywire, things getting expensive. But I'm proud of you guys and gals for sticking it out. It has not been easy for any of us, but I'm proud of you. Keep at it, keep mowing, keep growing, and keep making that money. Let's go, baby. On the hyperlapse just now, it'll be right at the end. I literally went to hit shut off to go into regular mode, and this hawk swooped down right there and grabbed a ground mole and took off with it up into that tree. I told you guys earlier he did it. This thing is savage. He literally landed right there. I mean, right there. real quick, guys. The neighbors are stepping up. We've came in here in the last 2 days, picked probably 3 bags of garbage off of here, and just kind of spread out. Here comes that hawk. See him dipping down right there? Oh, I wish he was closer. That was cool. But anyways, every one of these neighbors about has came out and picked up the trash along their side, and even a little bit that has came blown across onto this side. This lady up here has been out here now for probably half an hour with us and picked up the rest of that line up through there. So it just goes to show you, sometimes when you do little things, it has a big impact, you know. Sometimes, you know, people look at this and it's completely covered in garbage and nobody's really doing anything. There's a cop going by, you know, nobody's doing anything, but then they see somebody giving just that little bit of spark, that little bit of effort. And sometimes that's all somebody needs. Sometimes that's all I need. You know, I can be sitting at home after a long day's hard work, you know, feeling tired, you know, don't want to do anything. And sometimes I just see a little post, a little something that'll just spark me. And I'll tell you what, I'll get it done real quick and in a hurry. So none of us are different. We're all the same internally, but sometimes we just need that little bit of fire to get us going. I don't even know what that is. I don't have my gloves with me. Soap. Look at the difference though, guys. Just a couple days worth of work. Really probably about 6 to 7 hours roughly total. Looks real good. It's getting pretty wet right in there. So I told her to avoid it. I don't want to have to try to pull a mower out. And then back here, it was just really, really thick stuff. So there was a cluster here of, I don't even know what these are, saplings or something that have grown up. And each one of these would have to be cut off. So there's probably 100 there, and another one here. Good to have it mowed back down, at least into a condition where, yeah, this is really wet through here. Good thing it's far out in the outfield. TQ's gonna blow the fence off, help them out a little bit. They are gonna be painting this, so it's cool though. I really dig it. You know, you just put a little spark and it lights other people up into helping out a little bit, you know. Even just picking up trash, that's awesome. Big shout out to all the neighbors here stepping up, picking up trash. From what I was told from the neighbors, one gentleman over here is going to donate a dumpster for them to have here. Oh, nice. And he'll haul it away or dump it as much as they need it throughout the season. He's also offered up to haul in sand if they need it for the fields as well. Another gentleman said he works at a bolt company and he's going to bring them all new stainless steel bolts to put the dugout bleachers on, and some other stuff. So
And the big eyesore there too.
Yeah, and
The tree's gonna get taken care of.
2 or 3 of them went together, and they're gonna take this big old tree down right over here, this big dead tree. They're gonna take it down, and I guess the gentleman across the road here, one of these houses, owns a tree service, so he's offered up his services for free. So just that little spark sometimes an area needs and wants, and just come in, put a little bit of work in. Proud of you, good job.
Oh, thank you.
Took care of all that mowing, my back, guys, and my legs. Oh my goodness. Feeling it from yesterday.
My lips are feeling it now.
It's getting that mowing body back in shape. TQ's arm was feeling it a little bit last night too from her trimming. So
yeah.
Yeah, he said he's gonna walk this whole entire property and pick up any extra trash that he sees, and he said he'll just take it and put it in his can. But
that's great.
You got to get to a special day with Sean Boy.
Yes, special someone day.
Yeah, so
finally I'm special.
You're always special, babe. You're always special. Great job. All right, guys, we're gonna head on out of here. As always, keep mowing,
keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace and bye.